What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you guys are having a great day as usual. So for this video, guys, I'm going to be reacting to Philomena Cunks' most hilarious interviews. But before we jump into the video, guys, I'm just going to need you to hit the like button because it really helps the channel and the video grow a lot. Enough talking, let's jump into the video. We'll have a little discussion after. Let's go.
Which was more culturally significant, the Renaissance or Single Ladies by Beyonce?
They both have their period, they both have their time. Beyonce I'm rather fond of, but what the Renaissance was trying to do was to reform culture as a whole, and whatever Beyonce does, I don't think she's quite got that ambition.
So what, the work of a few straight white men just blows Beyonce out of the water? Is that what you're saying, on camera? Why are pyramids that shape? Is it to stop homeless people sleeping on them?
I don't think they had many homeless people in ancient Egypt.
Oh, did they not?
No, people looked after each other, I think, and helped each other.
Right. I suppose it's good with rain as well, because it'll just roll off. How did Egyptians build the pyramids? Did they start at the top and work down, or start at the bottom and work up?
They had to start at the bottom and work up, because it would be impossible to start at the top and work down.
Whenever you see medieval times, there's this sort of annoying "Hey Nonny No" music playing constantly.
Yeah, pretty much.
That music, you know, that sort of...
Yeah. Yep, there's a lot of that.
Where's that sound coming from? Couldn't they switch it off? So how did they mummify people? Talk me through the process.
You'd get your dead body and you'd lay it out on a table, and then you'd wash it, and then you'd start by removing the brain, and then they would cut open down the middle of the body, and they would take out anything that they thought would rot. And then they would cover it in salt and dry it out, and then they would wrap it in bandages, and then that would be a mummy.
So the kind of spa treatment that Gwyneth Paltrow has on a weekly basis. The Olympics, athletes had to compete in the nude.
So they did compete naked, and there are writings about this being quite an erotic sight in some cases.
With wrestling, with all that wriggling about, they'd have seen right up their bumholes and everything. Couldn't they censor it for people watching it in the auditorium? Modesty patches or something? Or ask people to close their eyes each time someone bends over?
I think that probably wouldn't have worked.
But you'd have seen right up their bumholes.
In some cases, people might have done.
Did Zeus really approve of that? Was Beethoven good at music?
Yeah, I mean, he's considered to be the best composer of Western classical music ever.
Beethoven wrote that song that goes da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-dum.
Mozart.
What do those lyrics mean?
Well, it's a really strong orchestral motif.
It's just the word dumb over and over again. Is it a dig at his audience, or is it German for something?
With the Beethoven's symphonic music, it's all just instruments, so there are no words to these pieces at all.
No lyrics? How are we supposed to know what it's about if it doesn't have lyrics? It's literally meaningless. Why was it so dangerous to show Elvis from the waist down? Was he naked underneath, like a pervert on a Zoom call?
He wasn't naked. He moved his hips around a lot in a very sort of sexual manner, and there was a lot of anxiety that young women might be a little bit too turned on by Elvis.
People were prudish back then, weren't they? If they saw his penis, they'd probably have a stroke, wouldn't they?
Probably. I don't think that would have made it onto the media. Oh, God.
That's not a joke. What's funny about that? If they saw his penis, they'd have a stroke. That's no laughing matter. We're talking about people's lives here.
I'm entering a cave, not by mistake or because I'm a wolf, but because I've been specifically asked to come here by the producers to look at cave art.
Cave paintings like these are one of the first examples of civilization on Earth. Don't worry, it gets better.
Early cave artists started out painting whatever was close to hand. like their hands. Then they branched out into stories. Initially, just boring stories about cows standing still.
But soon they began creating white-knuckle fight scenes like this. Humans versus cows 2D. To a caveman, this was the thrilling equivalent of Fast and Furious Part 7.
What the fuck? Alright guys, great clip there. Great stuff. Let me know in the comment section who this chick is. She's great, whoever she is. I have no idea who she is, but she has the same stick as Sacha Baron Cohen. Getting experts in the room and asking them ridiculous questions and seeing their responses. Just unfiltered, raw, and just like on the spot. So it's great stuff. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. This is coming out on Christmas, so Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I hope you and your family are doing great. But I'm gonna wrap this video up, so take care of yourself, stay safe, because it is a crazy world and there are a lot of crazy people. But most importantly, guys, you already know by now. Peace.